Welcome to my channel. How are you today? You were super excited when I put this idea forward. I'm going to show you the products that I've hit pan on. In other words, the makeup that I've used down to the very last drop. And you know me, I mean, you've been looking at my face for the better part of 2 years now if you followed me from the beginning. I don't really change my makeup that much. I'm kind of stuck in a bit of a rut, but I kind of think you're not really watching my face, you're hopefully listening to what I'm saying. So if I actually get to the bottom of a product, and some of these products have been repackaged and might even have been discontinued, but I will find like for like, I promise you. If I get to the bottom of a product, trust me, it must be really, really good. So I'm going to grab my makeup bag, which is here, a little N makeup bag, and let's go through it. I need my glasses because otherwise I'm not going to be able to read the labels on the bottom of these things, right? And then I'll show you how I use them. Let's start with, there you go. A product I hit pan on. This is Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette. Now here's the thing though with palettes. Did you see Sally Hughes' brilliant thing in The Guardian about how the unsung beauty hero is the eyeshadow single? And I agree with her completely, because at the end of the day, if you think about it, palettes are so Instagrammable, but you probably only use 3 or 4 shades, and then the rest sort of sit there gathering dust. Well, I pretty much love everything Hourglass have done, but my favourite all-time powder is Dim, and they do it as a single, so in future I'd get it as a single. Dim is an all-over healthy glow, your skin but better powder. It's the only way I can describe it. I would probably have to mattify my centre panel if I was filming, but otherwise I would just wear it all over. It's essentially a pressed mineral powder, and it just gives a gorgeous soft focus glow. Now I've got 2 in here. That would be the highlighter, which obviously I don't use that much, and then this one would be a bronzer one, which you'd sort of use slightly to contour or to highlight a brown face, a tanned face, somebody with a darker skin colour. But Dim is genius. First product I've hit pan on. By the way, I would use that all over my face. With, I've got a new brush I'm quite in love with. This is the new IT Cosmetic Heavenly Luxe Wand Ball Powder brush. Really like it. It's brilliant for dusting all over. Really nice. Anyway, let's have a look. Now, oh my God, I feel like I need to wipe these before I show them to you because I'm a bit embarrassed at what they look like. Anybody that's followed me for 2 years will know that I only recently started wearing liquid foundation, and I started wearing it because I realised that mineral powder often wasn't up to the rigours of filming. In other words, it would wear off, or it would look actually on me not ashy but slightly shiny. But in my day-to-day life, low maintenance, running down the shops when nobody's really going to see me or I'm not going to film, I actually really like Laura Mercier mineral powder, and this is the one that I most often hit pan on, and that is the loose in classic beige. Except you don't hit pan because it's a loose. Now that's brilliant if you keep it in your house, but you can't really travel with it. Where this comes in, which is the mineral pressed powder classic beige. Pan, there you go. And again, I would apply that with that. For on the go touch-ups, I really love some mineral makeups. I understand that a lot of people think they're ashy and not glowy, but the thing about the Laura Mercier one is there's an extract of pearl in it, so I think it's got quite a nice glow to it. You know what? It's lazy girl makeup. Let's be honest here. You have to use a concealer with it, but on a Saturday or a Sunday, if I'm just running down to Sainsbury's, I would just use that. There you go. So I've hit pan on that. I'm not really surprised. And that is pretty low as well, the loose one. Let's have a look at those 2 blushes I was telling you about. Have I put the other one in here? Anyway, look at this. You'll not be surprised to see this. That's NARS Bumpy Ride. That's the world's best blusher. I really love it. One of my Instagram followers DM'd me the other day to say that they'd bought it, had a totally different skin colour to me, and it still suited them. And when I did that flawless face makeover with Andrew Gallimore, he described it as Orgasm's younger sister. And the reason I like it is because it's less sparkly and shimmery than Orgasm, but it's still that gorgeous, suits all skin colour, bronzy, goldeny, corally colour. and this is what I apply it with. This is my Real Techniques blue brush, and that's BO2, and this is how I apply it. Okay, so just going to clean this up slightly. Can't believe I'm showing you my actual makeup. This is honesty on Instagram and YouTube, right? Everybody has such beautiful unopened things. Not me, look, okay? So I obviously run it around the outsides. I actually have got a new one, but I can't bear to open it till this one finishes. And then what I do is I apply it here. Sharon Dowsett once said to me, it's the Nike tick. So you go up and down and then like that. And then I do a little bit into the hairline there. And then on top here, that slight soft pinky shimmer is NARS Free Soul, which I have an hit pan on, which will take me years to hit pan on because I literally, using my other brilliant Real Techniques blue, it's getting smaller, you see. Get my goggles out, get my Kris Jenner goggles out. B04, I dip that in Free Soul, and I can't go too far forward because it'll go into the lines. I literally go there, and then I do it in a C up under my eyebrow, and it just gives a soft hint of very, very super subtle adult shimmer. But I'm way off hitting that on pan, trust me. So there, the two brushes I use for that. That's that. Yeah, bumpy ride. Other mineral makeups I really love. Now, I'm going to clean this off as well. This is a range you might not have heard of. This is Jane Iredale. And I was introduced to this because some of you may know, some of you might not know, but I was the beauty presenter on Britain's most popular daytime TV show for years, for yonks. And the makeup artist, lovely lady called Lynn, who worked on This Morning, used to use this on Fern and Philip, who were the presenters when I did a lot of it before Holly joined Philip. And it's just one of those, you'll be hard pushed to find a TV presenter, all the men as well, who don't wear some level of mineral makeup if you want a fairly natural look. Anyway, there you go. That's hitting pan, and I think I'm real sand. Now, bearing in mind I've got really yellow skin, but that is much more matte and gives a heavier finish. I mean, it's buildable than the Laura Mercier. So that's for every day. This, you would have to mattify your centre panel. This, you probably wouldn't have to mattify your centre panel. But if you want lazy girl makeup, it's so nice. And it's really, really soft, demi-matte, soft focus, idiot-proof base to use. And again, I would probably apply it with a brush like that. I actually have got a really good Elizabeth Arden angled edge mineral powder brush, which I use a lot, but I haven't got with me. So here's what I say about mineral powder. Either you love it or you hate it. It's like Marmite, right? But the important thing about mineral powder is if you've got rosacea or you've got acne, or if you're lazy like me, but if you've got rosacea or acne, it's 100% your safest bet to use. The minerals in it are titanium dioxide, which means it's a large inert mineral that's been wrapped in pigment. And what that means is it's too large to sit in your pores. It's non-occlusive. Because it's dry, nothing can grow into it. So you know obviously that bacteria, viruses, they live on the water and the oil emollients in foundations. Nothing will grow on this. I mean, I can't tell you how old that is. I would not have to clean it or wipe it down. I could use it straight on my face without any irritation at all. They tend to all be completely unscented as well, so they're brilliant for sensitive, rosacea-prone, redness-prone skin. You know, we basically need to bring mineral powder back into fashion. I know it's hideously unfashionable with professional makeup artists, but I think it really does have its uses. I would also put that, by the way, that one's got an SPF 20 in, and this one has an SPF 15 on. If I was caught short in the sun and I was to put that down my centre panel, that would also help protect me a little bit in the sun. It's obviously not going to give the SPF that's on it because you'd have to apply it really thickly. But if you're suddenly caught out, in fact I have been caught out in the sun, and I've been at lunch and the sun's come out and I haven't been able to move out of the sun, and I've got my mineral makeup on and I've been abroad, you know, there's no way the sun, at the end of the day I could wash it off, the sun won't have touched me here, but yet I'll have still gone red here where I haven't got my makeup. I don't know what SPF it would give. It's going to be different to each person and how much they apply, but it definitely gives some level of protection. And don't forget that an SPF 2 is a 50% protection, and SPF 4 is a 75% protection. So they're cutting out a lot of damaging UV light. It's not ideal, obviously, but if you're stuck short. Let's have a look what else I've hit pan on. There are a couple of eyeshadows in here that I'm sort of embarrassed to show you. And I tell you why. I'll tell you why, sorry, that's hay fever. Because Bobbi Brown have not had circular pans, circular single eyeshadows for so long. And I'm still using them. These are Bobbi Brown eyeshadow singles, and they are the two most commonly eyeshadow singles I use. There's one more actually called Chocolate. This is Black Plum, which is what I use as an eyeliner. And I have actually got the square version with the inbuilt lid. This has the screw off lid. Memory lanes. And this is Wood Rose, and that is the classic cut crease colour. So I would apply my Wood Rose crease with my Real Techniques 200 and blend it back and forth in that classic windscreen wiper Charlotte Tilbury action. And then I would apply my Black Plum. First of all, I would put on a tight liner, whichever pencil I'm using at the time, and then I would apply my Black Plum 27 over the top to set it with my NARS 15 brush, which is my brilliant rounded ends stubby soft brush, which is brilliant for smudging into the base of lashes. Really good. It doesn't give the harshness and precision of an angle-headed brush, but don't forget I'm already putting that on top of my tight liner, which gives a harder edge, so this just smudges it out and gets it right into the roots. Anyway, that's Black Plum. It's my all-time favourite eyeliner. It's a sort of dark brown, hint of purple, almost charcoal colour. It's brilliant. I love it. Sorry, Bobbi, that I'm showing you things that... packaging that's not been available for years. I was raised by a working class mother. I feel fundamentally uncomfortable throwing things away if I haven't finished them. Let's have a look what else I've got. One final, it's not really hitting pan though, is it? But what happens if you use a Charlotte Tilbury lip liner till it dries up and falls out the end? That's a sure sign you love it, right? Anyway, that is Legendary Lip Liner in Bitten Kiss, and it's just the best Your Lips but better lip colour, and I apply it around the edge and then all over. What have I replaced it with? I've replaced it with Lip Cheat in Hot Gossip, but Lip Cheat in Hot Gossip, which I've got on today, is slightly darker. You know Charlotte does the best nude lip liners and lipsticks anyway, doesn't she? I mean, she just does. Bitch Perfect is just absolutely brilliant. Right, one final thing. This isn't down to pan, but I have ruined the pan. Look at this. I've spoken about this before. This is the Brilliant Beauty Pie One Powder Wonder. That's not down to pan, but I have carried it with me so much, it's nearly down to pan and the pan's fallen out. It's just the best universal, slightly mattifying, soft focus, blends your eyeshadow, gets rid of sweaty face powder ever. I love it. There you go. They are what I've hit pan on. I'll take pictures of them. Don't judge me when you see them close up. It's a bit embarrassing, really. I probably wouldn't get them out in public normally, but you know me. Honesty on Instagram and YouTube at all times. You know, if I love a product, I really will use it down to the very last drop. So that's my almost empties of makeup. What have we got next week? Oh, we've got a really interesting video coming up on Thursday. Drone peptide technology. Can a drone save your skin? Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Let me know what you've hit pan on, or if you've tried any of these colours and you really like them. I just think it's interesting, isn't it, that if I let down my guard and show you what my makeup bag, my truly loved and used makeup bag really looks like, you'd probably run a mile, wouldn't you?